And that cannot be attributed to blind matter, let alone to nothingness. So what is left to a creator who possesses attributes? Because those attributes, which is we can see, there's order. Like I said, today is Sunday. Tomorrow, what is it? Monday. How do we know that? By the sun setting, sun rising. You know, and we can see order even in our biology. Woman never gave birth to chicken. Because why? If everything is randomness, if everything is just randomness, anything can happen, correct? Because randomness meaning anything is happening. Imagine I have a stick now, I have a stick, and I keep hitting you, then I said, you know what, sorry, I'm doing it randomness. And I keep doing it, said, no, you're not doing it randomness. You are doing it on purpose, you know? So we can see there's order. And like randomness does not create order, let alone maintain order, which we can see every single second. That's why in the Quran Allah told us to reflect upon Allah's creation, our own creation. You and I, we are a living proof for the Creator's existence. Like I'm not telling you, tell me what is beyond the universe. Like come on man, we have to be honest. I mean like just utilize our sound reasoning. You're telling me that you cannot comprehend that this universe must have a creator.
Yeah, I don't think you can.
Are you serious?
Yeah. It could always still be randomness though.
Huh?
It could still be randomness.
Could be what? Randomness?
Randomness, like you said.
Define randomness.
Like evolution, right? So basically, if they survive, like if something is created, whatever, and if it manages to survive in its environment, then it keeps going on, and it passes on its
Evolution.
And it dies out. So like what you said with the eyebrows, right? So humans with eyebrows think it's sweat in their eyes, so they can hunt better than humans without. So then obviously those humans survived. So then we got eyebrows. Same with teeth. Same with hands. You know? I
don't agree with that because there's many people without the teeth and they died. I mean, the people without the teeth, they live longer with the people with the teeth.
Yeah, but on average.
So this is sorry. This is a refutation and guess survival of the fittest.
Yeah.
Or secondly, Darwinian evolution is not scientifically proven.
It is kind of.
Okay, tell me what.
We can see it in microorganisms like bacteria and virus. Remember COVID?
Okay,
remember how it kept mutating and changing?
First, what is Darwinian evolution?
It's because it's the same principle.
No,
except for obviously we're way more complex and bigger, so it takes very longer for us.
What is Darwinian evolution?
What?
What is Darwinian evolution?
Okay, so the organisms change over time to fit their surroundings. So either
to change to what? To change to stay
as physically change or mentally sometimes like we did, but usually physically they change to adapt to their surroundings.
Okay, this is not a problem. This is to adapt to the environment. Yeah, but there's no Darwinian evolution. Darwinian evolution is that you evolve from one species to a completely different species. Yeah, that's what Darwinian evolution.
That's because that's what you see. Yeah,
because of a long process.
Yeah, exactly.
That's incorrect because why? Like even Richard Dawkins, when he was asked, they asked him, "Are you telling us that they asked him, how come we cannot observe Darwinian evolution?" He said, because you need a long process of time. Exactly. And we don't live longer. Okay, are you telling me there is no species that's been around for a million years? But there's not, because
there has. You know sharks?
Yeah.
They've been around for millions of years.
And they evolved to what?
No, they're the same.
So they haven't. That's not Darwinian evolution.
They're perfect, and they don't need to change.
Brother, that's not Darwinian evolution.
It's the same. Oh, what's that called?
Brother, you just proved my point. That's not Darwinian evolution.
That's not, brother. If they don't need to change, why would they?
That's not Darwinian evolution. Darwinian evolution. If you tell me shark evolved to wolf, and we observe it, you have a point.
Why would a shark have to hunt on land?
Wait, brother. Wait.
Yeah, okay,
firstly, shark sometimes hunting on the land. Have you seen shark because keep hunting on the land, they start living on the land? No, they keep living in the water. We don't have even a different type of a shark that live on the land. Okay, so my point here is you have to know what is evolution. Because I can bring to you, for example, here, a top scientist tells you that Darwinian evolution is a belief, it's not scientifically proven. Here, from the top scientist, not from Richard Dawkins, because Richard Dawkins is a popular scientist. I'm talking because remember there's a 3 levels of scientists. There is the just followers, like you one of them, you just follow scientists. I've respected, I'm not sure.
That's grand, yeah.
The second one, Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, Stephen Hawking, Richard Dawkins, Sam Harris, Lawrence Krauss, the middle one, popular one.
And there's ones, as in people that are like masters of their.
Yeah, the masters popular.
Add to it. Is that what you're talking about?
Science that is not based upon, they're not honest. Okay, I can bring you the honest one here.
Okay.
Where is it? Oh my God, she shot too much.
No, yeah, it's annoying, isn't it?
Huh?
It's annoying, isn't it?
Yeah, of course. Shouting is crazy,
I'd
man.
much rather this kind of debate, even though we are kind of shouting over each other. This is bad. Okay, so what you want to show me?
Here we go. Michael Roos.
Okay,
Michael Roos, you know him, yeah?
Never heard of him. But
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You see what I said, popular? Popular is you hear about scientists who are not proper scientists. They just became famous because of social media.
No, it's not with social media.
No.
If they win a Nobel Prize, then obviously they'll be famous. But that's because they actually have a significant.
If you go to a top scientist, they don't recognize Richard Dawkins as a top scientist.
Who?
If you go to a top scientist in American universities or Britain universities, for example, Peter Atkins. You know Peter Atkins?
Never heard of him.
Peter Atkins is a British physicist,
but what
scientist.
was he doing?
He's a world famous scientist. He's a profound
never
scientist. Serious, here. Here, I'll show you Peter Atkins.
If you could show me some of his research or something,
Yeah.
maybe I'd recognize him.
Yeah, okay, maybe,
I've
yeah.
never heard of him, I'll be honest with you.
Okay, Peter Atkins here, I'll show you. Peter
Atkins.
Yeah, Peter Atkins.
Can you go? Actually, maybe it was
Atkinson, now this one.
chemist.
Okay, he's 83 years
What has
old.
he done? Can you just search up what significant contributions to science he's made? I think that's just textbook. Just look up.
Yeah. He's a physical, chemistry, textbook now free. Okay, that's why it is.
Okay, so he just summarized a bunch of knowledge that we already know.
Said he, brother, Richard Dawkins has not discovered nothing.
Yeah.
Richard Dawkins is not even what they call it. Like I said to you, Richard Dawkins, he quotes him. He quotes Michael Roos as authority.
Wait. Okay, so how does Richard Dawkins tie into this? So,
Well, I said to you, there's different levels of scientists.
Yeah, okay.
There is the popular one that became famous because of social media.
no, but it's not
okay?
social media. It's because they summarize data, and then they
Tell me something Richard Dawkins discovered.
Neil deGrasse Tyson, I'll give you. He became popular.
I can't hear
because
you.
No, but I'm not saying he discovered something, but he can condense knowledge that we have, even if he hasn't discovered anything new. He can condense it in textbooks, and then other people, future scientists, can learn from those textbooks.
But-
so he's still very useful.
No, the other scientists, they mock him for his books and guess God and guess.
Because he could be incorrect.
Yeah.
That
So
sometimes happens.
anyway, let me get you the
Okay, go on.
Michael Roos, okay, evolutionist, philosopher of science. He's also another honest man. He writes, evolution is a religion.
Okay, well that's one person.
But anyway, he's an atheist, by the way, evolutionist.
that's fine, yeah.
You know, when it comes to witness, if I bring a Muslim to testify for me as a Muslim, you don't take his testimony. Because why? Generally speaking, he's going to be biased, all right? But if you bring evolutionist, scientist, atheist, testify against evolution, that is more, what they call it, the term, account,
well established.
more
legitimate.
Yeah, more legitimate, that's the word for it, more legitimate. So there is not just him, there's other ones, okay? There's George Kleins, cell biologist, you know him?
No, I was just trying to
Atheist, yeah?
that's fine.
I'm an agnostic, and I'm an agnostic, I'm an atheist.
Yeah.
My attitude is not based on science. My point here is what I'm going to show you,
Okay, go on.
that when in evolution, yourself, when I asked you give me a living example down in evolution, you gave me something which does not prove down in evolution. You told me shark evolved to what? Different shark. Is this still a shark?
Yeah, but again,
That's not down in evolution.
No, but they evolved. They got bigger teeth. They got bigger fins. They swam faster.
Regardless-
depending on their prey.
Regardless, Baba, look. If
You can see stages of evolution. Like a frog, it's like between a fish.
that's
and
called jumping the gap. Jumping the gap is like me. It's like me seeing someone look like a fox, and I say, you know what? I have a theory. I think we came from fox. Why? Because this guy look like a fox. There is human. I met people who look like they have like a fox figure. I mean, you agree with that? Yeah?
Well,
So, brother, there is some people, you know.
Okay, but like even
Anyway, my point here is
I'll let you finish.
Darwinian evolution is not scientifically proven because the method of science. What is it?
Actually, can I ask you something? You mentioned earlier about using our intellect. That's how you said we know God exists because we're using our intellect. Would you not agree that maybe Darwinian evolution is also using our intellect? It's using logic that obviously if a species is better adapted to its surroundings, it's going to pass its genes on. And then obviously if a mutation occurs within that species that further improves its survivability within the environment, it's going to keep reproducing, and that's how evolution happens, stage by stage by stage.
No,
for billions of years. These are hundreds of
No, that's jumping the gap.
millions. But it's not jumping the gap.
Jumping the gap,
It's
brother.
graduate. It's
Brother,
graduate.
brother, look. Like I said to you,
Obviously.
they ask.
Can you just
Okay,
let me
go
finish?
on. Go ahead.
So obviously, sharks are not just going to immediately develop legs.
Okay.
But it's going to slowly happen.
No problem. How long sharks been around?
Billions of years.
How come they not evolve to completely different species?
Because they don't need to. That's what I'm saying. They don't need to.
But if we say the
No.
brother, wait. I like to pin down people. I have respect. Yeah,
No, that's great.
I don't like to digress. So you told me that the shark is a proof for Darwinian evolution. And you told me been there billion years ago.
Okay.
And I told you that Richard Dawkins, when he was asked, how come we don't observe Darwinian evolution? He said because we don't live longer life.
Yeah.
Then you try to encounter my argument by saying, no, the shark has been there for billion years. So therefore, logic dictates now, as you said, we should use our logic, is the time for shark to evolve to completely different species. But what we see, adaptation. And adaptation, for example, I'm from Algeria. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm from Algeria, okay? I'm not released to court. But my children born in this country, they'll be adapted to the environment.
Yeah.
They adapt to, they get used to the code and so on.
Okay.
That's not Darwin evolution, Baba.
No, that is.
No.
Listen.
I mean, brother, you're going to be online. It says
You know how
Darwin
people
evolution.
came from Africa. Okay, do you agree that the first human, like Homo sapien ancestor, came from Africa?
No, I don't agree with that.
Okay.
I don't. That's a belief.
Do you think that if, for example,
Do you agree with that, by the way?
what, that we came
That the
from
first person came from
Yes.
Africa? Hang on.
Yes.
Hang on, step by step. So,
Okay, so
is
can
he
I
okay,
argue
go
on?
on.
Because we can trace the earliest humans' remains to Africa.
But recently they found in Germany, earlier than the one in Africa.
No, they're not. I can tell you we can trace
I
them,
saw
right?
it. I saw the Germany
Oh,
one.
we're talking about Utsil, but that's the first completely intact. So they found him frozen. That's
In
what-
Germany,
Yeah.
earlier than the one in
But that's
Africa.
not the oldest. We found like bone remains that are older. But Utsil, it's like you can see the flesh and everything.
But-
That's why he's special because he's frozen, he's preserved.
But-
and we can study the flesh of a person from I think it's 10,000 years ago.
No,
That's
how
what
long?
makes him special. But
How long he said? I
I think
can't.
it's like 10,000. I might not be sure. That
That's not
number-
old. I mean, they talk about million years
It
ago.
might be. It might be. No, it wouldn't be millions.
100,000.
No.
But anyway, okay, what you have to
ahead.
understand, just make you understand something.
Yeah.
You know, scientists, they have prior belief.
Yeah, obviously.
Okay.
And so do Muslims.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to utilize science to prove Islam is true.
Yeah.
I'm not, because there is some Muslims who misuse science to prove Islam.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and we call them out on it for it.
Okay.
That's what we do. We call them out. They come, for example, about Big Bang, and they say it's in the Quran, which is not true. It's not in the Quran.
Yeah, okay, that's
You
right.
see?
Yeah.
So they go twist Allah's verses, the Quranic verses, to fit in the Darwinian, the scientific discoveries. Okay? But we call them out on it because we are not in need of science to prove Islam is the truth. Islam stands by for itself. To go back to now, for example, when you come to scientists, majority of them, generally speaking, they have a prior belief. So when they discover something, always they're going to try to explain it according to their beliefs. Do you agree with that? Okay. So now even us,
Same
even
could be said with Muslims. I'm just saying.
yeah, I just said that already.
It reflects. It's like
Yeah,
a mirror.
I just said that.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay, that's
I just
right.
said
Alright,
that.
go ahead.
But the point here is that even when we say the oldest human being is in Africa, according to science, that is incorrect because science can change. Correct?
Okay. Yes.
Is it possible that we can find someone from England to be the oldest?
We could technically, but we would have found.
No,
it
no,
by
but
now.
no.
Yeah.
We can, no, we cannot because we don't know a lot of. We haven't not digged every part of the earth. That's incorrect to say
I
that.
understand that.
That's why scientists say.
That's right. I understand that, but you have to realise we have found most of the oldest remains in Africa.
The
Basically,
oldest ever, or according to our knowledge.
we can date them. Carbon dating.
No, you know,
we can use them.
Brother, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. For example, you're missing the point.
Okay.
Can we say this is the oldest human bones ever, or according to our knowledge?
No, that we found.
According to our knowledge?
Well, that we found, yes.
I know.
According to your knowledge, yeah.
According to your knowledge, yeah.
Yeah,
So
you
therefore,
can say that,
yeah. So therefore, logically speaking, now it's possible that we can find. You have to listen to me, brother.
No, I understand.
Don't wait for us. So it's possible to find a bones that is way older than the one in Africa and another part of the world. And you said it's incorrect to say we have searched everywhere. We haven't searched everywhere. Recently, we just found in Philippines one of the biggest forests in the world. Recently.
Forests.
Yeah. You haven't seen it?
We haven't gone yet.
Yeah.
Found like.
Yeah, we found it.
The
Yeah.
Philippines
They were
marked
digging.
for centuries.
Yeah. They found it like 2 years back.
But like, what did they find? Like
A forest. So they were digging, and there was a big hole. Then there's a cave.
Oh wait, what?
Yeah.
There's a
Forest.
inside a
Yeah,
cave.
yeah.
I'm heard of this.
Yeah.
If you can prove this to me, I'll be
Yeah, of
very
course.
surprised, genuinely.
Okay, Akhi, search it, please. A forest, or you can send it to Akhi.
While you're searching
So,
for
so,
that,
ma-
let's talk about the whole.
so it's incorrect. No, to conclude, the conclusion is you have to take it back by saying we searched every place. We haven't.
No, but okay, can I say something?
Yeah.
Okay, we know diamonds are created in mountains, yeah? Like they're created in mountains. Most diamonds.
Forest or the discovery about. I think either. Either jungle or forest. One of them.
Yeah, okay, but like diamonds are created in mountains.
Okay.
So we know, so we will always search in mountains to find diamonds. You won't go to a beach and be like, well, technically, the biggest diamond ever could be found on the beach. Because most of them, everything we found is created in mountains, right? So it's the same-
Everything we.
all the diamonds we know are created in mountains. So you won't go searching to a beach and be like, well, technically, biggest diamond could exist on a beach.
So
that's the same with England. Every single oldest, really old human remain that we found has been from Africa. So you
no, but I told you we found one in Germany recently. They found one in Germany.
That's the oldest preserved. So it's in we find bones in Africa.
But it's older than the one in Africa.
No, they're not.
So we don't.
No, the ones in Africa
that's
are
incorrect. That's
no, I can tell you.
Brother, that's
you can check the oldest fossil
brother.
remains.
Logically speaking,
Check
it's
the oldest fossil remains and then check what's still
brother. This is argument of Africa. That's why Darwin, it was a racist person. Because how you racist, when you evolve, if evolution came from Africa, so therefore the humans from Africa first, then we came from the Africans.
Yeah.
So which one better in intellect and which one is better in form? Is it the African or the white people? Because every time you get evolved, you get better and stronger.
No, you get better in exactly what you need. So white people evolved to survive in colder climates. Africans, obviously, they remained in hotter climates, so they didn't need change.
So how come they survive here?
What?
How come these Africans survived here?
No, they can't survive, but we're better adapted here. Like, okay,
Well, it's not making no sense to be honest. I have respect.
Okay,
you're talking about adaptation, which any human being agree with it. I don't need Darwinian to tell me that if I move to Africa and stay there for 10 years, 15 years. The point here is, can you give me? Baba, just to conclude, can you give me a living example of Darwinian evolution, which is move species to one species? Go ahead.
Okay,
give me.
I can give you an example because it happens slowly over time. So you're not going to jump from one species, you're not going to jump from monkey to human.
Has that been observed?
Haven't observed.
Has it ever been observed?
No, it can't be observed because it happens over thousands.
So that is not scientifically proven.
It's
not scientifically proven. That's it.
argue something. With smaller organisms which are less complex, like viruses and bacteria, which are single cell, unlike us, which were trillion cell organisms, they procreate every 20 minutes. So their evolution, so to speak, happens more often. That's why, generally, when we were during COVID, there's new variants like every few months.
Not evolution.
That's not evolution, Baba.
That is them changing.
Adapting.
Changing because a virus does not want its host to die because a virus wants to procreate.
Baba,
yes?
do we have the nature of survival of the fittest?
Yes, exactly. No,
Okay.
Can I
So how come we observe weak people living longer than healthy people?
What?
How come we have observed weak people?
Yeah.
That people that they're literally weak, they cannot, they have no food, nothing, living longer than the people who are fit. Brother, what are you doing?
No, that's a good point. I'm not arguing. That's a good point. But on average, who will live longer? The fitter, the stronger, or the weaker and the smaller? On average,
Depends, Baba.
Exactly. So the stronger, the fitter will live longer than the weaker and the thing. Obviously, sometimes you can get weaker people living.
They live longer, yes. You can get people on a coma live longer, then they come back to life, and the healthy people die.
Exactly.
So that is clear refutation against survival of the fittest. Survival of the fittest, someone who's stronger.
But on average, we're talking about averages here. We take a population of billions.
But anyway, can you give me an example? We'll just ask you, can you give us an example? Because let me tell you, scientists, what is scientists? Scientific method is collection of data based upon observation through experimentation. Give me an observable proof for Darwinian evolution. One species evolving to completely different species. Don't give me this argument because it becomes a faith. If you tell me because of a long time, therefore it's not scientifically proven. It's just a faith.
Okay, yes, but I'm saying we can use.
So you agree it's a faith?
No. We can use logic to determine. We can't prove it because we don't have thousands, millions of years, but we can observe it in smaller organisms, and also we give fossil records to prove that this stuff happened. Yes?
No, we can't.
Yes, we do.
Fossils, sorry, the fossils is not a proof. No, it's not, because imagine now, I believe we came from, fossils is not proof. Because I'll tell you why. It's a good. That's a good question. Okay. Imagine I keep digging, I find part of a dog. Then I keep digging, I find part of a rabbit. Keep digging, find part of a fox. Then I put it together, and I make a name for that animal I made.
Okay.
That doesn't mean the animal existed. That's just me making it up. So to say fossils is a proof. This is one of the funniest things I've ever heard in my life, which many people repeat after scientists. Even dinosaur, we don't even know how the dinosaur looked. Someone made it up, but we still believe that is a dinosaur. You see how much we blind follow science?
So are you saying now that we could be accidentally misplacing fossils?
Without any person, without any doubt. Happened in England. Are you aware of the England one?
No. Yeah, obviously
50 years ago, they discovered a skull, and they said it's the missing link. And it was do you know where it was? Not in a mosque, not in a church, not in a synagogue. It was in a British museum. For 50 years, that they were celebrating that we have found a missing link. Where? In Britain. Then they found that it was fake.
Okay, yeah. And
So for 50 years, people that believed, imagine you have people like you who try to defend evolution, they were like you, that time defending the missing link. Then you found out. What I would say to you, bro, look, I mean, I'm very surprised. You believe in God, correct?
yes, I do.
So,
I believe in God, but
you believe in evolution?
I believe in evolution and God. I know
That's
those are
contradiction.
I understand that those are contradictions.
Yeah, that's why
but
I'm confused.
I don't necessarily believe God has to micromanage us and make sure that humans are created, dogs are created. I think He just kind of left us and let us do whatever. But I do think God comes in every now and then and helps us out. I'm sure you've had moments in your life where like the odds of something happening has just been impossible, but it has worked out in your favor. I'm sure that's happened, right?
Say again, I didn't hear you.
I'm sure that in your life you've experienced something where the odds of something happening in your favor have been very small, right? But they have happened.
Something happened in my favor.
Yeah, in your favor. So something that happened to you that was good.
Yeah.
But it was very unlikely to happen.
Yeah, it was from God, yeah.
Exactly.
Many times, not just one time, many times.
Exactly.
But
And I believe that's where God comes in.
no, that's not analogy, because why? Now again, when you look to God now, in order for us to know what God should do, what should not do, should we use our intellect or we go back to God's teaching?
Yeah.
We go back to God's teaching. So God's teaching does not teach us what you just said. This is called deism. What you just said is deism, it's not Christianity. You're a Christian, but you have deism belief, which is God created us, then He left us for ourselves to do everything. No. In the text, in the Bible, likewise in the Quran, likewise in the other scriptures, God controls everything. You know what I'm saying? And like I said to you, brother, look, you keep repeating adaptation, utilized as a proof for Darwinian evolution. So therefore, we don't have a living, observable Darwinian evolution proof. We don't have. What we have an explanation.
You're taking microevolution and macroevolution and putting them under the same umbrella. That's the issue. They're two separate things.
Okay.
The macroevolution is the thing that you can't observe.
Can I ask you one thing? What is your understanding of evolution?
I know evolution takes.
Define evolution.
Okay, evolution. It takes time. I'm not going to say to you it happens over time.
Yeah, no,
okay,
let you finish.
it takes time. So there's a long process
Exactly.
for species to evolve to different species.
Okay.
I understand that. No doubt about that. I'm not saying it happen overnight. Okay.
That's all right.
Okay. So now.